Well, hello. Oh, hello, and welcome to you all. Thank you for joining me. It's a bit of a anything goes thing tonight. I don't have a lot planned. Katie Joy had a very quiet day. She did do an Instagram live where she talked about Coach handbags and necklaces, believe it or not. And we got to see all her Coach handbags. Yes, that was very exciting. Trust me, it wasn't. So I hope you've had really a good day. You like the background countdown? Yeah, the free version of this. Although no, I do pay for it. I got the lowest one at the moment, and that it gives you 4 to choose from. So I just rotate them all. And Ralph is back working. Ralph was disabled. I shouldn't say Ralph was. Yes, he was disengaged this morning, so he wouldn't interrupt church. And for those that did watch church, you would have seen my mother. Yes, my mother was in church. Was featured in church today. So that was very interesting. So for those of you that got to see my mother. We had a bit of an emergency yesterday because she rang me and she goes, I can't send you the file. And I had to go drive to their house. They had to hand me their iPad through the door and I had to airdrop it to myself and then hand it back to them and head home. That was funny. Hello, Princess Jax. So, yes, so my mother was at the church service. My mother's in the church service today. So that was that was interesting. And I didn't give it a thought until she appeared and I went, oh, and I typed, that's my mum. And I went, oh. Anyway. So today they announced that 18 to 39-year-olds from tomorrow could be eligible for AstraZeneca vaccination. And my daughter, who's 21, says, Mum, I think I've got to go speak to my GP. And I said to her, well, if that's what you want to do, you go do that. I'm not going to dissuade her. I would prefer for her to go have that conversation with her GP than to have any complications because, of course, her doctor knows what medications she's on and what she does and any of that and what, if anything's going to affect it. So she's going to see her doctor before she books in, but they also said that GPs could do it. So it is quite likely that she could go there and come back vaccinated with her first vaccination. So that's really good. So that was news today. We had 11 cases today. I don't think, unless something happens dramatically, I think we'll be still in lockdown next week, which is good because I've already started next week's church service. So yeah, that's right. Exactly. Ask me. I mean, there was a discussion in my university group because they're mainly all my daughter's age, and I said to them, you know what? If in doubt, go speak to your doctor and have that discussion with your doctor because they are the best. Hello, Marmaduke. How are you? I thought it was 11 cases plus 2. Oh, hello. Does Darcy plan to create pop in? Yeah, 17 in Queensland. There was 263 in New South Wales. So, yeah. I was reading Maybe be off after vaccination. Yeah, as I was a bit off. If it were the Pfizer, I felt like I had been hit with the flu for a couple of days. But other than that, I was fine. Actually, I went to take the bin out today, and all my neighbours were outside because we're in a court, and they were out, and their kids were all playing, and they were supervising, the kids playing outside. And I looked, and I realised I had my pajama pants on, and I went, lockdown. No, I'm sure there was only 200 and I'm sure there was, but hey, I don't know. I could be wrong. $262. Another death. So in the Katie Joy front, it was a quiet day. It was interesting because she gave the impression like her son had passed. So let me show you what this says. Let me show you what this says, and you tell me what the impression this gives you. For months, I've been looking for a necklace to honor my son. I debated so many different kinds of necklace, but nothing made sense until I saw this. So she's looking for something to honor her son. According to the CDC, 1% of children are born with congenital heart disease. 48,000 children each year are born with CHD. 25% of those children will need life-saving heart surgery. 85% of those children born with CHD now live until they are 18 years old. CHD is a leading cause of death in infants. 20 to 30% of people born with CHD have other physical or developmental or cognitive disorders. 50% of children born with CHD receive special education services. Surgery of CHD is not a cure. Patients will require multiple surgeries over their lifetime. As a mama to a CHD warrior and open heart surgery survivor, this necklace spoke to me. All heart mamas and CHD patients know that heart monitors, pulse oximeters, and echocardiograms are the norm. Seeing this, I was like, this is the perfect necklace to honor my son. To those of you who are living with CHD or have a loved one with CHD, I see you, understand you, and I truly hope that one day there'll be a cure for us, all of us. I read that initially. I went, oh, what's happened to her son? Then she says, this is not sponsored. Then she says, I love this. So this person writes, I love this so much. My son was born with CHD. He passed away last year when he was 8 months old. I hope they find a cure. And then she says, I'm so sorry for your loss. Katie, my daughter, went into heart failure 3 years ago. Got a pacemaker. She was 16. Now we're back to square one, as it looks as though her pacemaker is no longer helping her heart. She's at home on a 30-day heart monitor. We're hoping for the best. Heart Mamas Unite, hang in there. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. How are you coping, darling? I'll make sure to put your daughter in my thoughts tonight. Someone talked about her getting a tattoo. Now, what's the impression that you get from that post? Because then everyone else is talking about how their child has died or has had some issues. That's right, Shelley R. And there she is talking about her son again. Yep. To me, this is something that but why would you? I don't understand why she needs a necklace to honor her son when she actually has him and she can enjoy every moment with him. I mean, wouldn't the way for me, wouldn't the way to honor a son is to wear those pastor-made necklaces out in public? I mean, what mother has not been given those pastor-made necklaces that have been dyed and said, hey, Mummy, can you wear this? I mean, what type of mother hasn't had to wear these pasta necklaces? That's the way to honour your child. Yes, Shelley. But as I said, I initially got that something that happened to him when she's talking about honouring her son. And that's the only Instagram post that's on there for today as well. That's the only post. To me, if you want to honour your son, either he picks it. Someone suggested getting a dinosaur tattoo. But I just got the impression that her son had passed. That was the first thing, because I went, oh, this is really weird. Yes, and pasta art, Shelley. Oh, who the pasta art? Oh, dear me, those necklaces, hey. Look what I made for you today, Mummy. Can you put it on and wear it down to the shops? Oh, okay. Oh, who hasn't done that? So anyway. So her Katie Joy WOACB did not have a tweet all day today. Seriously, there was no tweet. So on her other one, she says, so many people have come forward this week to share their own experiences of being on the receiving end of targeted harassment campaigns of a specific group of creators. Thank you for bravely sharing your stories. I know how scary it is to speak out against them. The more people that speak out, the less power this group will have. I have been isolated and beat down by these people. I realize that is what they want. When you are alone, they control the narrative. I am not alone and haven't been. It just took me until today to realize it. Hello, Christine. Yes, the macaroni. That's right. I couldn't think of the macaroni. Yes, macaroni. That's what I was thinking of. I know one year, yeah, and then they've gone and they've dyed them, and they're all different colours, and they've threaded them on. Oh. Then she's got, I will never betray a friend or their secrets. They trust me to keep. I will never regret my friendship either. She's a good person. She deserves to have a happy life and be able to live in peace. That's all I've ever wanted for her. While people throw stones at me and accuse me of doing things for her, it's so far from reality. I take the hits and abuse if it means that she gets a tiny bit of peace. Not everything you see on TV is reality, and I know that for a fact. And then this person says not everything on YouTube, Twitter is reality or truth as well. Who? Oh, Lindsay. You had no idea who she was talking about. Yet she never used their conversations for content, right? KJP, is this you? Lindsay Chrisley spoke to WOACB over the weekend. So this is an article that she did for Pathos. So discusses 2 years of threats by father Todd Chrisley. So this is from Pathos, Katie Joy. And she says, Lindsay Chrisley spoke with WOACB over the weekend to provide inside details about the status of the investigation along how she's coping with the stress. But yet she says she's never used their conversations. It's like you are having a two-person conversation on the phone, but the second party isn't there all the time, without names, on Twitter. All of us are just sitting here listening to your end of the convo, having no idea what you're talking about. KJ's vague tweeting often feels manipulative, in my opinion, but think she meant Lindsay Chrisley. Whatever FWIW means. However, WOACB said similar things about LB before, and it still seems bad. It appears Katie Joy Paulson has done what claims wouldn't do to many. WICB has written and vlogged repeatedly, and Katie Joy Paulson struggling to maintain friends in the year, had this account, have seen it play out many times. Steve, Bull, Kyle, Leslie, Kim, Matt, Suzanne, etc., etc., etc. Yes, so she's saying that she would never betray friends, but yeah. So, and that is essentially all that's on Twitter. It was a really quiet day, and I don't know. Usually when she's quiet, it means something's happening. When people throw, oh, here you go, here's some, I know that we saw that one. And that was the one from the other day, yeah. So that's it. That's all there is. It was a really boring day. I can show you the Instagram live, but it is boring. However, she must have planned it because she had all her Coach purses downstairs. Yes, she likes Coach purses. And she goes and she shows us all the Coach purses. And she talks about jewelry, about the necklace that she's got, that she's looking at to honor her son. So maybe, I mean, she had to crash at some, yeah, you've got to crash at some point, don't you? There has to be a crash at some point. So this is a really interesting there's a politician apparently, so I don't know the background of this, but this is all over Twitter, and I don't think, it says open letter from WA Bar to Senator Sarah Henderson about her complaint to the Vic Bar concerning Julian Burnside QC. A Coach purse, we would actually call it a handbag, the Fox, but they call them a purse. You know, they're little handbags. We would call them handbags. She has been trying to insert herself into little arguments as well. I did see he did. I do that. Hello, Tracy. Yes, it's supposed to be a luxury brand purse, like a Gucci and I don't know, something I can't ever afford. That's all I know. It's not something I would be able to afford. Oh dear. All right, let me just pick this up, grab this, and well, that's right. The more silent she is, that's right. We were getting a bomb being dropped. I'm actually still surprised she expects Todd Chrisley to take her cease and desist seriously, because we know what she did to Tardie Westbrook. She ignored them all. And, you know, I bought them at secondhand stores cheap. It's not a big deal. Well, apparently that's her. Then she talks about how she's got to save money because, you know, no job's guaranteed. Yeah, after the Fox, I'll talk about this and then we'll look at the complaint she made about Julian Burnside. I don't understand it too. Why, and I don't know why it was an open letter. Look at this. Hat. Why is she wearing a hat? Oh, and the other thing is she stops because Todd and V are actually having an argument, and she goes, oh, I better finish because I don't want the CPS called. It's the first time I've seen her actually stop when there's been raised voices in the house, because normally we know she wouldn't stop. So and I was a bit annoyed because church had started and then she came on, and I realized I just had to record her and ignore her because then the church was going to be, I wouldn't be wasting my church time by getting angry at her. I'm just going to ignore her. So I did. Oh dear.
Hello. I don't really know what I'm doing today.
She doesn't know what she's doing today. You noticed and ignored you.
It was raining here all day. I hope you guys had a good day. I was doing laundry. I did like a super long time on the elliptical this morning.
I thought she said she runs because she talks about running, but she's using the elliptical, which isn't running. Well, that's right. And I was looking at up to that. I wouldn't say that he was. You could possibly say that he was blackmailing her, but extortion usually involves money, and he's already said he doesn't want money from her. So what's he going to extort from her? I can't see how it can be extortion. Or she's already pulling the hat down over it. She's already pulling the hat down so people can't see her eyes. The fox. The hat's gone down. See? She pulls the hat down.
I don't really know what I'm doing today. It was raining here all day. I hope you guys had a good day. I was doing laundry. I did like a super long time on the elliptical this morning. Spent most of the day just looking online.
She spent most of the day looking online, and now she's pulled the hat up again. Spent most of the day looking online. Well, we all do laundry, I think.
Like window shopping. Do you guys ever do that? Do you ever just like?
Yeah. How can you? How can you window? I've never heard online shopping window shopping. I thought window shopping. Sorry, I thought window shopping was when you physically went to the shops looking. That's window shopping, looking through the windows. I've never heard it called window shopping online. I've never heard online shopping window shopping.
Spent most of the day just looking online like window shopping. Do you guys ever do that? Do you ever just like go online and start looking at like things that you might want to buy and earmark things and get an idea of like what you might like and not like, and then you like go on to like your dream websites of things that you would literally never buy, but like you still like window shop.
How many likes was that? And the hat was pulled down, pulled back, swiveled to the left and the right. I know her doing laundry all day is significant. Or maybe it is. Maybe she uses Microsoft Windows. That would be window shopping. I hadn't thought about that. Oh dear. Yes, he did give a public statement to say she can avoid this lawsuit if she gives them what they want. And her head's going from, her eyes are going from all over the place, and her head's shaking from side to side too.
I was having fun with that. You're purging your house. So I don't ever splurge on things. Like,
she doesn't splurge on things. Because she can't, because she's got to pay for lawyers. The only person that is winning at the moment is her lawyer. Actually, I'll be her lawyer. You love to hear me giggle? All right.
I rarely splurge on things. but every once in a while I love to like go on to, you know, like designer websites and just like look at how expensive things are, just to be like, someone literally would spend $30,000 on a necklace or something like that.
Is she jealous? I know Emily D. Baker just did a splurge on a Gucci handbag as a because she could.
You window shop every day. It's I don't know, sometimes you can just get lost in it and you're like looking at things and you're like, oh, that would be cool, or that would be cool. I was looking at ideas. I was trying to find ideas because I want to get some necklaces, and like have some layered necklaces. And
what was all that for? The head shake. Watch the head shake when she's talking about that.
And I are just to be like, someone literally would spend $30,000 on a necklace or something like that.
Watch her head.
You window shop every day. It's I don't know, sometimes you can just get lost in it and you're like looking at things and you're like, oh, that would be cool, or that would be cool. I was looking at ideas. I was trying to find ideas because I wanted to.
Her head's actually going from side to side while she's talking about this.
I want to get some necklaces, and like have some layered necklaces. And
did you see that?
I couldn't find. I found one necklace today, and I was like it was, everything else was unremarkable. Every website I went to, I was like, I could not find what I wanted. I want like a padlock. You know the old like Tiffany's?
Did she a padlock like a chastity belt? Isn't that what they use padlocks for? For the chastity belt. Yes, Dawn. A few people have said that. Hello, Dawn. Isn't that what they use padlocks for?
At ideas. I was trying to find ideas because I want to get some necklaces, and like have some layered necklaces. And I couldn't find. I found one necklace today, and I was like it was, everything else was unremarkable. Every website I went to, I was like, I could not find what I wanted. I want like a padlock. You know the old like Tiffany's necklaces where they were like chain link kind of things and they'd have like that lock on it? Like I want something like that, but not Tiffany's.
Or is that to lock her phone away? You could make me. You are right. Oh no, she'll tell you, Jenna Sweet Tea, that has to be a certain carat. Do the no unless from, I believe that's where the yeah. Okay. Yes, she did claim that someone paid Christine Brown. She's trying to get a necklace. Yes.
And I couldn't find it anywhere. And then the locks I could find were like really small.
Because that way Toad can't lock the phone away. They need to get. Have you seen those ones where you can get a box for your mobile phones that you can lock away over a mealtime? That's what Toad needs.
Yeah, it's hard. So I was trying to find Victoria Emerson. And I'm really particular about, so when I buy necklaces, I'm allergic to metal that.
There we go. So now she's got, so she can only have a certain style of stuff. And you'll also find out that she's a diamond expert too, by the way. I'm just preparing you all. She's a diamond expert as well.
And so I'm allergic to metals that have nickel, brass, or copper in them.
Isn't that most of them? Maybe I think he needs to get a box for her. Of course, she's a diamond expert, says Mama Duke. So when Toad was talking about engagement rings, she goes, it can't have copper, it can't have metal, it can't have brass. It has to be pure it has to be 24 karat gold and the diamond, you know.
So when I buy necklaces, I'm allergic to metal that isn't. So I'm allergic to metals that have nickel, brass, or copper in them. So I'm allergic to them, and so I can only wear sterling silver or gold. So then it just sort of like.
Well, you can't get sterling gold. Yes, that's right. It's funny that Molly Moo. Yes, I know people have been talking about that. Gold is metal, but it's going to be real gold. It's going to be real. But she did say she was allergic to metal. She did say that. It's going to be sterling silver or gold, but you can't get sterling gold. So here's our thing. We don't get our chemistry stuff from KJ. Copper allergy is, yeah, I know a lot of people that have a copper allergy is common, but usually they can wear the other type of metals.
You have to throw out all of the costume jewelry that's like inexpensive because they rarely are ones that I can wear. I get like, if I wear the rings, I'll get like blisters, I'll get like rashes on my chest. Stainless steel does not always work for me either. And even like the allergy free ones where they'll say like it's nickel free. Well, I'm not just allergic to nickel. So it's like I'm allergic to brass and copper too.
Oh, really? White gold? I have no idea. But that totally is, white gold is completely different to what she said, correct? So I don't know anything about anything like this. And nickel, is it common to have both together?
A lot of the stuff is made from those. So it just makes shopping for jewelry that much harder. And I can't ever find earrings that don't make my ears just like completely blow up. Even sterling silver now makes my ears blow up.
Are they sell hypoallergenic? Okay. So now her ears blow up if she wears earrings. I told you it was very exciting. This is really exciting, isn't it? Very riveting stuff.
Sterling silver now makes my ears blow up.
So then she can't, if white gold has nickel in it, then
yeah. I used to wear like really cheap.
So if white gold has nickel in it, then she can't be allergic to nickel, correct? Because then she wouldn't be able to wear her ring. Is that right? Or why not wood? She's probably allergic to that, the fox. So white gold is made up of a mixture of pure gold and white metals such as nickel, silver, and palladium. So usually with a rhodium coating. So her rings have got nickel in them. This was like the live she did for nothing. Yes, you Jenna. That's right. I was thinking the same thing, Jenna.
Stuff and my ears would literally just get so hot. And now even if I put sometimes if I put like even gold sometimes, and if it's not even like a certain carat level, because it could have something mixed into it, I could never be a plumber. Interesting though, there's an IUD that's copper based. And
we just went straight in. We've just gone straight there. How do we go from jewelry? We're talking about jewelry, and then we're talking about. How did we get there? I hope I heard wrong, but I don't think I have.
works really effectively.
Oh, wait up.
Makes my ears blow up. You have the same problem, sensitive skin. Yeah. I used to wear like really cheap stuff, and my ears would literally just get so hot. And now even if I put sometimes if I put like even gold sometimes, and if it's not even like a certain carat level, because it could have something mixed into it. And now even if I put sometimes if I put like even
there has to be a certain carat. All right, now we're getting to the complete different opposite. Oh, have a look.
Gold sometimes, and if it's not even like a certain carat level, because it could have something mixed into it. I could never be a plumber. Interesting though, there's like,
how do you get from plumber to IUD? Hello, me more dragon. She needs a so we've gone from jewelry to a plumber to an IUD.
Skin. Yeah. I used to wear like really cheap stuff, and my ears would literally just get so hot. And now even if I put sometimes if I put like even gold.
Hello, Rainbow. You've just walked in at the right time. She's talking about jewelry, and then she goes to plumbers, and then she goes to IUDs.
Times, and if it's not even like a certain carat level, because it could have something mixed into it. I could never be a plumber. Interesting though, there's an IUD that's copper based, and it works really effectively, and it doesn't have hormones in it, and
Meanwhile, you walked in at the right time.
I wanted to get that for birth control back in the day, but I couldn't because of my copper allergy.
For birth control back in the day.
And if it's not even like a certain carat level, because it could have something mixed into it. I could never be a plumber. Interesting though, there's an IUD that's copper based, and it works really effectively, and it doesn't have hormones in it, and I always wanted to get that for birth control back in the day, but I couldn't because of my copper allergy.
And now she's just joyfully unavailable. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was boring. But all the bits that I heard was boring. Oh, boy. Back in the day. was lemon.
You can only wear gold in your ears. So yeah, jewelry.
It has to be a platinum, no rhodium plated. Only the best.
Is always a blast. It always takes me extra long. Like, I can't do gold plated. Sterling silver is fine, but then sometimes it's hard to find, like, you're allergic to all metals. My ears don't even like gold these days. I have a really pretty pair of like gold earrings, like hoops that have like, my husband got them for our anniversary one year, and they have like diamonds and sapphires, and I can't wear them because they make my ears.
Oh, this reaction. Yeah, that would make it super interesting. Hey Doc, I'm having an erection and sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Oh, can we start that again? Cut. Okay. It says, yes, that would make that super interesting. Hey, Doc, I'm having a reaction to my IUD. Imagine that if that's how someone found out they were allergic to copper. Oh boy.
Like hot. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know if any of you have allergies, but like when you put the earring in and it literally makes your ear feel like it's on fire. That's what.
Isn't that the third time she said that? Hasn't she said that twice already?
Happens to me. I don't normally wear yellow gold, but yellow gold is like really in style right now. You get the same way with your ears. Yeah. So when I wear earrings, like the hot burning, it hurts so bad. So everyone's like, why don't you wear earrings? And I'm like, because it hurts.
Oh, dear me. Oh, Molly Moo.
And then if I can just, and then I get so sensitive from it that if I even start to feel a tinge of hotness, I'll immediately take the earrings out. Surgical steel does not work for me. Neither does the sensitive free stuff.
Is that how you get a UTI?
Oh, it just depends. I'm always afraid to even invest in earrings. I stopped wearing earrings probably like 4 years ago altogether. I just got so tired of it. It smells the crusty. I don't know what that means. I have my ears pierced 4 times on this side. 4 times, and I never wear earrings.
What? Okay, so why get your ears pierced if you're not going to, 4 times if you're not going to wear in? Oh, you've just walked into, we're learning about hotness and allergies. And IUDs, the copper plate, copper. She has a crop. I don't even have my ears. I don't even have holes in my ears.
No, platinum and gold. Well, gold is fine on my skin, but I have the only pair of gold earrings I have make my ears hot.
But are they gold? Maybe they're not real gold. Could it be that the earrings that she thought were gold? I lost it at the crustiest. It smells the crusty. Is what the oh. Oh.
But I don't know if the prong is gold or not.
The what? The prong? What did you say? The prong?
Gold is fine on my skin.
That's what I reckon, Christine. I reckon they must be fake. No, they were bought to her by Toad for an anniversary, and they're supposed to be gold with diamonds in them. Maybe they were fake.
Gold earrings I have make my ears hot. But I don't know if the prong is gold or not. That's always the problem.
I don't know if the prong is gold. Does she mean the bit that goes into the ear? And I didn't eat breakfast.
Oh, the joys. Oh, the joys. Such a boring live, right?
I thought it was.
I have 3 on this side and I have 4 on this side. And they're all, like, you could still get earrings through all of them. My nose was pierced, my tongue was pierced, my stomach was pierced, my belly button.
Really? This is a funny story, says Jenna. I was obviously too focused on church this morning to be paying attention to what she was saying.
The earrings are tiny. Like, they're tiny. They're like little. They're like that big. They're tiny. So what else is going on with everyone today? I went window shopping for jewelry.
So she's saying she went window shopping for jewelry online. I've never called it window shopping.
I was like, oh gosh, I have to tell you a secret. I have never literally.
All right, we're going to get a secret, people. A secret. All right, are you ready?
So what else is going on with everyone today? I went window shopping for jewelry. I was like, oh gosh, I have to tell you a secret. I have never literally gone onto a website like for Gucci or Chanel or Dior. And I went on their websites today because I wanted to see like how expensive things were, because I'm always like curious when you see these influencers that are buying stuff from there, and I'm always like,
let me just get that back.
Do they really have this kind of money? And I was like looking at the stuff on there, and I was just like,
I've lost my mouse.
$30,000 for a necklace? Really? On this side, and I have 4 on this side for a necklace. I wanted to see.
Anyway, all right. Sorry about that. It was. Oh, the hands are everywhere.
My nose was pierced, my tongue was pierced, my stomach was pierced, my belly button. The earrings are tiny.
So you're saying, Joanne, that she would still have it wouldn't heal? So she would be still able to it wouldn't have healed. But so if she was allergic, then why would she have had all those done? When she started naming all the places she got pierced, I went, oh no, don't tell me. But I'm glad she didn't.
They're tiny. They're like little. They're like that big. They're So what else is going on with everyone today? I went window shopping for jewelry. I was like, oh gosh, I have to tell you a secret. I have never literally gone onto a website like for Gucci or Chanel or Dior.
Is that all? I thought she was going to talk about she hadn't gone on the website for anything exciting. Because I haven't either, to be honest with you.
And I went on their websites today because I wanted to see like how expensive things were, because I'm always like curious when you see these influencers.
She was talking about, so she's talking about, because Emily D. Baker bought I think she bought a Gucci, didn't she, or a necklace or something? And she spent quite a bit of money. And so this is what I think she's talking about.
Or Dior. And I went on their websites today because I wanted to see like how expensive things were. Like curious when you see these influencers that are buying stuff from there, and I'm always like, do they really have this kind of money? And I was like looking at the stuff on there, and I was just like, $30,000 for a necklace? Really?
Yes, she does. She does. Oh yeah, Louis Vuitton. That's right. She bought something Vuitton, and she does when she. Yeah, that's right. She does leave the house. No, I think she went to Disneyland, didn't she? And don't forget, her husband, Emily's husband, also works as well. So it's not as if. I mean, they're both working at the end of the day, Emily and her husband. So, good luck to them. They've worked hard.
Really? Like, you're just gonna throw that on a necklace? I have never ever gone on there before. Like, I just wanted to see what the prices were. Even the least expensive. So the least expensive necklace I think I found on Gucci was $2,300.
That's it, isn't it? That's right. Emily does more than YouTube. She actually does. She does real lawyer work too, doesn't she? I wanted to come with a butler for a year as well. A maid, actually. It is a weird smoke, isn't it?
I was like, whoa. I don't think I could spend it on that either. It just seems like a waste of money, because I feel like, what happens if you stop making the money? I feel like I have that saver in me, because I've lived we've had times in our life, like when my son was really sick, where we lost my income or we had to scrape by. And it's like, I don't want to go back to that.
You think she's grifting, Molly Moo?
Yes, but financial situations change. That's, I guess, my point. Hello.
So someone says, I'd rather spend money on travel or life experiences than material things. Yeah. A flirting thing, is it? She's flirting with you, the fox. Watch out.
Hello.
Well, of course she can't buy a $30,000 necklace, because that's going to go That's going to her lawyer at the moment, isn't it? $450 an hour. That's all of her money's going to her lawyer.
Yeah, I don't want to be a target for thieves. Yeah. I feel like if I bought anything like that, it would just sit in a closet. Honestly, I saw on Instagram, Trisha Paytas was showing a bunch of people all of the bags in her closet, and she had so much Louis Vuitton. And if you go to Louis Vuitton, you'll know how expensive those bags are. And she has all these like Gucci bags and all this stuff, and I'm like, I hope you keep making that same amount of money. Like Jeffree Star has all of those Birkin bags. Could you imagine having that many Birkin bags? You do not need that many Birkin bags.
Yeah, she's trying to keep up with the successful YouTubers. Yeah. Oh. Well, you're about to see her Coach purses. You tell me. Well, that was my thing, Shelley. When she was showing that, she goes, "This is my current purse," and I'm sitting there going, "But you don't leave the house. Why do you need a purse?" Is she checking out where Todd and Julie go shopping? Maybe tripping Cortlet.
Some things, even though they're like, everything is devalued.
Okay, here we go. We're about to get a lesson on diamonds, okay? I hope everyone's got their notepad and paper because we're about to get a lesson in money and depreciation.
Is devalued. It's like the minute you buy something, it loses its value. Not even diamonds hold their value. True story. We traded in our diamond a year ago, and we were learning all about the diamond trade. And unless you have like a super, super, super rare diamond, your diamond jewelry is not an investment, nor is like gold jewelry.
Then why do people keep it in the families for hundreds of years? But why did they have a diamond that they needed to sell? Was that the earrings that made her ears allergic? They had diamonds in them?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you can find like outlets and Poshmark and find consignment stuff, but anyways.
So someone says, my diamond has kept its value. I got to insure it again. Oh, really? Unless they're scratched. Well, it must be scratched. Well, as I said. Hello, Wind Whispers.
I actually don't like the Louis Vuitton whole look. I don't really love the look, but that's just me. I like Coach a lot. Yeah, as soon as you buy a ring, it devalues immediately. Coin collection's not worth anything.
Or they're not real. Maybe she doesn't have a real diamond.
You're a Kate Spade lover. She committed, didn't she die by suicide? I think she did.
Why? She just spurts out all this stuff and as if it's normal. Okay. But she just spurts it out. There you go, John. Yeah, the fox. There you go. There's the alert to say how many cases there were. 262 cases in New South Wales. Yes, she talks about how many coaches she owns. Yes. That ring that looks like it's fake. Wow. That would be devastating for her.
That was so sad.
Oh, by the way, she's paused the video.
She hasn't been paid part of the company for a lot of years. She hadn't been paid? Oh my gosh. Hold on one.
So now she's looking up. So she's just leaving everybody hanging. Don't leave me hanging. See? Live video paused. Wow. Yeah, cars usually devalue. Office equipment and computers usually devalue. Someone says, is it frozen or is it just me?
Sorry, guys. I paused. I was getting some messages.
So there's been messages that she's had to answer while she's on a live stream. I would say they would have to be lawyer messages, correct? Because why else would you answer them in the middle of your stream? Yes, physics down under. We're learning about. No, we've been educated. We're learning about different holes and copper-plated IUDs and piercings. My channel's my rules. It's KJ's brain that's frozen.
I had to pause. I got a text message, and I was responding to my text.
So why does she have to respond in the middle of her live to a text message unless it's from her lawyer? Her need of a 24-carat IUD. Not in my car, physics down under. Oh. It would be nice if it was that rule.
Sorry. Oh yeah, Anthony Bourdain died by suicide too.
Well, apparently we've just been told that diamonds lose their value. And we've been told that she's allergic to all the metals, and that sterling silver makes her burn. That's what we've learned tonight. Sterling silver. Was it sterling silver or was it gold that makes her burn? I don't know. Was it sterling? Was it gold? Oh, gold makes her burn. Wasn't it gold? Well, apparently she can wear gold, but it has to be a certain carat. Has to be a certain carat.
Sorry. Yeah, I think she had left the company. I'm back. Was I not back?
Is that her but isn't it Saturday night? So she's drinking. I thought she only drank on Friday nights. Gee whiz.
My weekend is going really chill, very chill. I was frozen because I went to go check my text messages.
As you do when you're on the live. And there was no, just wait on for a moment. I'm just...
Sometimes I get texts and it like pops up, and then I don't like, if I get texts from people that I've been chatting with during the day, I don't like to keep them waiting.
Hi, Genevieve. Who knows? But she's... it just comes out of nowhere. She doesn't like to keep them waiting, but she's okay to keep people that's watching her on a live waiting. Okay, that makes sense.
How can I deal with this insane BS people send you? I just do. most of the stuff that's out there, and that, you know, people want to, everyone talks about everyone. So
oh, now everyone talks about everyone. Oh, it's 10 carat. Oh, really? It's about to be ordered. YouTube now tax at source price. They didn't. So okay, Jane. Everything. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know I had to fill in when I got monetized. I had to fill in all this tax stuff. I know I had a $500 price tag.
Jennifer Lopez is doing ads for Coach now. I don't think Coach has ever actually been out of style. It's just not like high fashion. It's not as expensive as some of the other stuff.
I have no idea. We don't use holy water. I have no idea. I don't use holy water. Big Molly Moo. Yeah, and that. Well, and as I said, when you read her, when I thought the way that she was talking, that something had happened to him. But, you know, he's alive. Make the memories with him. Oh, that's right. I wasn't raised Catholic either. Physics down under.
I think a lot of times when people are really mean, I always feel like those are the ones that really want me to respond. You know, like the ones that say the really, really, really outlandish things and get really nasty. I always feel like those are the people that literally are trying to get my attention. So I just ignore them for the most part.
What? She ignores them. she ignores them, apparently.
And I don't respond to messages when people message me about certain creators. It's just not worth my time. Coach hasn't done just signature bags for a long time. I have so many Coach bags. I have probably like 10. And I have a lot of Coach bags, and I don't have a single signature bag.
So she's got 12 Coach bags. Not bad for someone that doesn't go out, eh?
If you go to the outlets, that's where all the signature bags are. But if you actually go into a Coach store, the bulk of the bags are not signature with the C's. Most of them are actually like leather.
Hey, neither do I physics down under. I have no idea about it. I've never have. It just, for me, I go bigger the better. At the moment, I have got one that holds my laptop. That's all. In fact, you usually have to take two to when I went to university last week, I had to have two. I had to have my bag, and then I had to have another one. Oh, really?
You're so reactive, you'd lose your mind. Well, you can't react. That's what they want.
She doesn't react, really? Have I seen her not reacting? Look at the wide eyes. So that. I think I paid $20 for mine. From Kmart or Walmart, as you may know it as. And it came with a bonus laptop bag, and I was so excited.
Yeah, the signature stuff is like their least expensive stuff. It's like made out of canvas. Like Coach is really known for their leather stuff. Like I'll show you a Coach bag I just got.
Okay, we're going to now see her Coach bags. And I think this was planned because she's brought them all from upstairs to downstairs. Why would you take all your bags downstairs if you had no intention of showing them off?
This is Coach. See? No signatures.
Is that a bottle of wine behind the... Is that a bottle of wine? Is this wine? It's a bottle. I know it's a bottle. I think she is trying to work on it. Yeah. Yes, it looks like it's next to a toy. That's what it looks like. So the fox, that to us would be called a handbag. To everybody, to people in America, they call that a purse. I found out. And then what I call a purse is actually called a wallet. So I've been educated because, yes, I had no idea. Anyway. Never liked, no, I don't like carrying around 2 bags either.
This is a Coach wallet. But yeah, Coach has super cute stuff. It's just like that.
A clutch bag would be another name for it. We might also call it a clutch. Yeah. We might also call it a clutch. But they generally do, they call them wristlets. The fox. There we go. We're getting an education. What she had, that little thing that she showed was a coin purse for me. We call this is called a purse in Australia. This is a purse. This is my color changer one. This actually changes color depending on the light. It's pretty cool. See how it changes color? Anyway, this is called a purse for us. They're in my shop, by the way, and you can get a matching bag. But anyway, I digress. Commercial break. Hi, short order. All right.
I have lots of Coach stuff. The only Coach signature stuff I've ever owned is a diaper bag.
If that had a loop, Jenna, we would call that a clutch. Did you just hear what she just said? Did you see what she said?
Yeah, I used to get the bigger Coach wallets. I just got.
She said the only signature Coach that she had was a diaper bag.
No signatures. This is a Coach wallet.
See, that would be, oh, sorry, Mom. That is a coin purse. We would call that a coin purse.
This is a Coach wallet.
Coin purse and a handbag.
Yeah. Coach has super cute stuff.
Right, yes, Ralph is working today.
Like that. I have lots of Coach stuff. The only Coach signature stuff I've ever owned is a diaper bag.
Coach outlets carry more than just signature bags. Well, I had Ralph turned off while church was on because I didn't want Ralph interrupting while church was on, so I had to remember to turn him back on. And those of you that missed at the start, my mother was actually in church. She did something for church today. I know, it's horrible, isn't it, Mimo? I think you'd be looking at least, what, 100? Are you looking at 100? Or is it a couple of hundred? I don't know. Oh, me more? Yeah, she met my mum. Me more. I shouldn't say met my mum. She saw my mum. Oh, dear. Yeah, my mum. I mean, it might be worthwhile just going to the video and skipping through till you see my mum. Seriously. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to get the bigger Coach wallets, like the billfold ones.
But you don't have any money, so why do you need that? Oh, really? She said she spent, I think, $500 on each of her bag. Oh, wow.
And most of my Coach bags are up in my were upstairs in my bedroom. And
she's saying most of them are upstairs. She was going to say, yeah. And then, of course, you've got to add, and of course, Louis Vuitton and everything start from about to 300. Minimum right up, maybe. When my daughter worked at TK Maxx, they actually had the Louis Vuittons there going for $300, $400. So
can't go up there because my son is going to sleep.
So this is where I'm saying she had to have known, because she just happens to, she says most of them are upstairs, but she happens to have a whole heap with her.
Hold on. So this one I got last year. I love this bag.
Who keeps all their bags? Who keeps all their bags in their kitchen? If it wasn't planned, is what I'm saying. I know. I could too, the fox.
And I like them because they're cross. I like all the crossbody bags. This you can wear crossbody too. This was my first Coach bag I ever bought. It is 16 years old, 17 years old. I haven't used it in years and years, but.
That's what I'm saying. How did she have all those bags right there if this was not planned?
This is my first.
Do you know what? I used the same. Did she? Yes, she did say body bag. Yes, she did say body bag. I used the same nappy bag. We call them nappy bags. I used the same nappy bag for both of my kids. I used the same pram for both of my kids. In fact, my son just got what I used for my daughter. Really, that's how it was.
Coach bag I ever bought. I don't think any of my other ones are down here. Oh, here's another one. Never mind, I lied.
The first truthful thing she said all day. Never mind, I lied. My notifications, which I had switched off, keep going. But yes, a woman in her 80s died of COVID. I think there's been 6 COVID deaths now.
Oh, I have all different kinds of sizes. Hold on, this one is.
Well, that's all right. Todd Chrisley will just take the handbags.
And I have this one. This is like a little bit bent right now. Oh look, I find it here. Amazing. This is like the perfect for a lot. So like my briefcase bag. When I had to go to my son's appointments a lot, you can put a 15-inch laptop in here.
Well, obviously she's not been going out. So she, what would you need a laptop for the son's appointment for? But anyway.
And this one has no dinosaurs. Actually, no, there is a dinosaur in here. Look. Dinosaur. This one, I need the... This one has been, like, look at how deformed it is right now. Oof. That's been hanging for a long time behind jackets. So that one is my bag that I take when I go and I need to bring my laptop.
I would assume then that she hasn't taken her laptop very many places then, if it's all squashed. Well, mine is just cheap, John.
I don't think I have any more down here. So how many is that? Is that 4? Yeah. And I have a brown one. I have a red one. I just got a 2-tone one. I try to get different colors too, like every time I get a bag. Yeah, this bag was perfect for when we did therapy a lot. So with therapy, I'll show you.
Okay. Should we all sit on our tape in a circle? I think so. Yeah, the entire layout of the house again, yeah. No, she does. I don't think she's got one because Jeffree Star's got them, apparently.
So here's the bag. Here's a 15-inch MacBook.
Whoa! Whoa!
MacBook. And you see the MacBook is in there. So as you can see, none of these are the signature coach. And then there's probably 4 upstairs.
Just... Why did she have to go get the laptop? I didn't know she had a laptop.
I still don't know where my red one is. Sneakers are your weakness. I don't have a lot of sneakers. Michael Kors bag that I got to fit my laptop. And we have an outlet by us that also carries stuff from the store. So they have a section where you can buy retail bags. I don't really love the outlet bags for Coach. They're mostly the signature stuff, so I don't really buy those ones. I'm not a fan of the canvas.
Weird. Yeah, I don't know why. I can show you my bag. This is my $20 came up bag. This is my $10 bag. This one this one you can get from my shop. That's all I got.
Outlet bags for Coach. They're mostly the signature stuff, so I don't really buy those ones. I'm not a fan of the canvas. You just bought 2 new pairs. Yeah, the outlets are hit or miss. And they don't carry the same stuff that's in the stores. Like this is not from the outlet. This is not from the outlet, but
there's another bag sitting there. Did she show that one? See, this is what I'm saying. Who has all their bags sitting on the bench conveniently? It was planned. Well, I maintain it was planned. Oh, I don't know if it's a canvas hat.
this is a retail bag that at the outlet, so it was like 50% off.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes my outlet gets overstock and they sell those at 50% off. But I'm kind of a person. But as you can see, I keep them for years and years and years. And that's why I buy them.
It's just a status symbol. It's not as if they're going to get used.
dog. I got up and she took my spot. Hold on. She took my spot, you guys. All right. No, I don't have any Gucci. I was actually just talking about that. Yeah. I always buy super classic styles too. The only Coach bag I would say that I haven't reused is that black one because I just don't think it's still in style. How much are Coach bags? Usually like $300 to $500.
Just rolls off the tongue. $300 to $500. What? No way.
But it's worth it because they last forever. So the linings don't rip. You can get treatments for the leather, and they have a lifetime warranty. So if your hardware breaks on your Coach, you just go to a Coach store, literally. You literally go to a Coach store and you give it to them and they fix it for free. If your liner rips, they fix it for free. So it's like worth it. And the leather is super thick. Yep. And we have like winter. It's winter. We have it's just really bad weather here. And so I would always end up getting bags and then they would inevitably get wet or something and then they get destroyed. So the Coach bags are good quality.
Well, $300. I spend about $150 a fortnight on food. I should technically spend more, but yeah, that would be a fortnight's. That would be a month's worth of food for me.
And they're way less expensive than Louis Vuitton.
Put that jibe in there, hey? Way less expensive than Louis Vuitton. Oh.
They're to be taken care of. Yes. Like they have bags that you can put them in.
Oh yeah. So you can hear that. Yeah, that was a digger, Emily. You can hear that. You can hear Toad and V arguing in the background now. She said he was going to bed, but it doesn't sound like they're going to bed. She's going to stop it in a minute.
My husband is still working on the merch. We didn't have any nurses this week, so we got a little bit behind. The stop sign is for my son. It's from an autism kit. So when he was little, he would open doors. And we got stop signs that we put on all of the doors, and they were on some of our it was on like some of our appliances, so that when he saw the stop sign, he wouldn't go anywhere because he would literally like open doors. So we taught him.
Hey, my son was 4 years old, and he was able to open doors too. The kid thing, isn't it? As well. I'm not saying it's not to do with autism, but they all try to do it.
That if it's a stop sign, you don't open the door and you don't go outside. It came in an autism elopement kit that we got.
Can you hear the yelling in the background?
Okay, they're having a slight disagreement, and while they're doing that, I'm going to go because I don't want this to be taken out of context and have more CPS visits. They're not unhappy. No one's being abused, but I don't want anyone to cut this audio and somehow say that we're neglecting him. Bye, guys.
Now, wasn't that interesting? How she ended that was weird. And that's the first. I must say, I actually would not have noticed until she drew attention to it. Would not have noticed. So what did we learn today? It was a weird ending. It was a very weird ending. Use shower curtain hooks. At least she did say bye, but as I said, I would not have picked up about what was happening with her son if she had not actually pointed it out. We learned. Oh, don't forget, we learned about metal plated, copper plated IUDs. Don't forget that. I just cannot believe that somebody's you're just merrily talking about something and then we just turn into a subject like that without even blinking an eye. You know? Maybe she is trying to get them to. Maybe she is trying to get Coach to sponsor her. I learned the name of random bags I'd never buy. Well, for the most part, she's had the quietest day she's ever had on the internet, to be honest with you. Because she only did one Instagram post, she did 4 Twitter posts and an Instagram live. Although I think she did a lot of replying though. Let's have a look. I think so. I think there's something happening. To be honest, we know that around the tardy time the same thing happened. I mean, I think she thinks we all forget. Hello, Angela. And I'm in lockdown. I've got nothing else. Oh, I've got uni work to do, but essentially once my uni work's done. So she's been replying. She's saying that here. She says I'm living for your Twitter right now, but I can't see it because I can't see who it is. But let's see what her replies are. Steve should worry more about his own net worth and worry less about the net worth of others. So Says, what estimate of her net worth to be? Asking for a friend. Net worth 0. It is unlikely this YouTube channel makes any money from advertising at the moment. And she's put around $4. Steve never had a net worth of $4 last night, but after eating 2 of his lobster rolls for breakfast, he now has a net worth of $2. It's approximately $50 because Cash App is holding it perpetually. So I don't know. Oh, she's so jealous she can't stand it. Oh, this was people are upset. We call Steve a cult leader. However, he's constantly doing things make it appear that as though you'll be kahuna and have the power to take down the evil warlord Katie by posting a cryptic tweet. I have proof you lied. Step 2, give prospective parishioners recognition no matter how absurd their claims are to feel so special. Who thinks Katie paid for this herself? To say a fan did. By the way, she's wrong. We absolutely do not love her. It's not our love language. And then she wrote, she's so jealous she can't stand it. Definitely did not pay for it. So anyway. So that's just some of the replies she's done. So she's really had a very quiet day. She's had a very quiet day. Yes, thank you. Would anybody like to see part of the video, part of the thing this morning with my mother? I won't play the whole thing because it's 7 minutes. You want me to, yeah? All right. Yes, I only listened last night. I know you did. My mummy. Oh, let me just, and I don't have to worry about striking because it's my own video. You'd like to see my mum again? I told her. I told her she better be careful. I said, you'll have a following. And I said, Harrison won't be happy because you'll be more popular than what he will be. It's Harrison's nana. You've got to remember, it's Harrison's nana, not my mother. I'm going to tell you it's Harrison's nana. She's actually having surgery in the morning. So she's just had a cataract done on one of her eyes. And she's having the other one done tomorrow. Okay, so this is my mother. Oh, sorry, Harrison's nana. Harrison's nana. Harrison's nana. Right, so this is, oh, thank you, cheap glass. This is my mother. It's 7 minutes. I'll play it through and then, yeah.
Good morning. And I guess many were like me who seen Joanne's message and decided that somebody else would give their testimony. But I just spoke to her on the phone and found out nobody has. So I thought maybe this is what God wants me to do today. So here we go. I first came to the Salvation Army at about the age of 17 when my sister decided she wanted to go to a night service. And we only lived around the corner. And my mother volunteered me to go with her to escort her, which I did. And from there, I enjoyed the worship and enjoyed the Salvation Army. It was vibrant. It was exciting. The band and the timbrels were fantastic. And it was a great time of worship. So I started to attend regularly. I kept going and I became a senior soldier. I was sworn in by the general at Congress in Festival Hall, and there it started. It just became. I then became the primary leader, which is the leader of the Sunday school for.
What's my channel link? Oh, this is my video. So my mum doesn't have a channel. No, she just did a video for me today. Oh, yeah, it's interesting. So the other thing that you might want to that might be interested to know, the Salvation Army's always had women clergy. So that also helps. Yeah, so I'll keep playing that. But no, she doesn't have a channel. It was part of the church service this morning. Oh, you want her to have her own channel. I'll have to tell her that, Shelley R. If you knew the trouble it took to get this from her iPad to me. She could have her own weekly spot. Oh, I'll have to speak to her, Christine. I'll be really good to get her on to talk about some of her work, which she gets to later. But anyway. Don't tell Harrison.
The Littlies up to year 8 and had a lovely time teaching them every Sunday. And so then I heard the call for God to become an officer. I did ask him why he'd want me. I'm talented, nothing much to offer, but all I had was myself. And so he accepted that. And I went to college in 1973, completion in 75. And in 1975, in the August, Kings and I were married. And there we started our.
They actually met in the training for clergy that the Salvation Army has. And they actually tried to separate them. They actually told my dad that he could do better than my mum. And my mum didn't drive at that stage. And when they first got, so they got engaged. So their very first appointment, they were 5 hours away from each other. And my mum would have to catch a train, or my dad would have to drive to go see each other 3 or 4 hours away. So it was very interesting.
Ministry together. I never ever felt called to be a Salvation Army, but God, felt called to be a corps officer, not the Salvation Army.
So corps officer is a church minister.
Never felt called to be a corps officer, but God used me in the years we served together. He took me out of my comfort zone. He stretched me. He put me in places I never thought I'd be. I have done many things that with his help I would never been able to do. But he challenged me and he kept me. And it was a good time. We just, he was just my strength and my companion. And he got me through a lot of tough times, that things I would never try. I did over the years. But I must admit, when we were separated in 2004 and Kingsley went his way to his appointment and I went my way to my appointment, even though it was distressing and I hated it to start off with, but the last 2 appointments I had, I felt really, really comfortable and at home. I felt at last I'd found where I should be.
Now, my dad went to be the prison chaplain, so he was a prison chaplain and worked at the Melbourne Assessment Prison. And Mum went into the courts at the time. So, and that was the first time in 30-odd years they had actually been separated in what they did.
And that was in the children's court and in the hospital chaplaincy. The children's court was a tough one. You had parents coming in crying. You had parents distressed. You had parents losing their anger.
My dad's name's Kingsley. Very unique. So the children's court was where the parents would often have to deal with the government. It was that one where the parents are trying to fight for custody with the government. So that was what she was doing.
You had children who didn't know what was going on, and yet you were there. You were there to support everybody, regardless. And not only the parents and the children, but also the lawyers and the staff that needed our help and our assistance at time. So it was a good appointment. You got to do dedications. Sadly, you got to do funerals of children who had passed away. But, God used us in that situation. And then in the hospitals, there was another time where, you weren't allowed to talk about God unless people asked you about God. But when they did, you were able to talk about him. But, you were just a presence there. And some of the people I met, a lady whose 5-year-old son had just been diagnosed with cancer. A lady whose baby had been diagnosed with cancer. You were there to comfort them. You were there to support them. And, people came to you and they looked forward to you coming to see them and just to talk to you about some of the things. And sometimes you were there just to give them money.
No, she doesn't watch my lives, and she thinks that KJ's some crazy woman.
A respite. Well, she went and got herself a coffee, or she just went for a little walk, and you were able to sit there with the child. 2 cases come to my mind at the Children's Hospital. One, I was walking along the corridor and there was a lady sitting there on the seat, looked really, really distraught, so I went over and spoke to her and found out that she'd just come out of the ward to pull herself together because when she went back, they were going to turn off his grandson's life support. So I was able to let her talk out her feelings. I was able to give her a hug and comfort her and a prayer to just help her through this tough time she was going to go back to. It is a time when God uses you. And when another lady I met in the St. Vincent's Hospital, who was very anti-Christ when I first started to come and visit her. She still put herself under Salvation Army, so each time I went to visit her. And yet, at the end, she told me that I brought Christ back to her bed when she thought he'd abandoned her. I was able to buy that lady a Bible, and praise the Lord, that lady's still serving God to this day. And right through our ministry, the words of this chorus is the one that came with me. Just where he needs me, my Lord has placed me. Just where he needs me, there would I be. And since he's found me, by love he's bound me to serve him joyfully. And that's exactly what I do in retirement and for the rest of my life, is joyful to serve the Lord. May God bless each one of you.
I just realised I've got a dislike for my church service. Wow. Anyway, so that's my mother talking about some of the work that she did. So she's a retired minister now. Yeah. So and my dad. My mum is older than my dad, so he had to work longer than mum. Mum got to retire first, and then dad got to retire. So mum turned 70 70 in December. Last December. She'll be 71 this year. So, yes, they're still very active. Yes, Kingsley. Yeah. Yeah, I will do. I'll tell her. I'll tell her, and I'll tell Harrison about it as well. He'll laugh. But Harrison, Harrison knew that Mum was filming something for him for the service, and he says, "What is Nana doing, Auntie Joanne?" And I said, "Oh, she's going to sing a solo." And he goes, so he went. He rings me and he goes, "Auntie Joanne, you lied. She didn't do a solo." So it's funny. So anyway, so that's Harrison's Nana. So yeah, I think on that night, I might call it a night. I think I've got university in the morning. I have to find out whether I have to go to my special class or whether I get to join the real class now that we're in lockdown, because I had to apply for a special consideration and I had a special class. Actually, I hadn't thought about that, Shelley. It's funny. Yeah, it probably is. It probably no. He can't just because he doesn't have an account because he's nearly 10 now. One more thing before I go. I know people we're talking about sending stuff to Harrison. I have actually managed to get myself what's called what's a Silver Cross in the Salvation Army. Don't know that we have a Silver Cross in don't know that we have a Silver Cross. I can't. So what if you actually go to scroll underneath this, and click the information section, you'll actually see that there is a US address there. I found a thing called Stackery, and what it is, it's a US address where I can have parcels sent, so I don't have to pay for international shipping, and they will send it to me once a month. So if you wanted to send Harrison something, a present, you can send it to the US address, and it will get to me that way. It means you only have to pay local shipping. So it is. Where is the address? Yep. So it's just down below. So I'll pull it up. I'll show you. I'll pull it up here. So it's in New Hampshire, actually. It's New Hampshire. Here is the address. So this is the video. Nice pause. Make sure you hit your like on your way down. So you've got to scroll down past all of this stuff. And I'll actually put a gap between it, but there it is, US. It's New Hampshire. I'm not a member of Prime, really, so probably. Okay. Yeah, put one there. I don't know. Harrison's birthday's next Sunday. So, and then I've also got the Australian address here as well, which is actually this is my sister's PO box. So it's my sister's PO box, and this is the American address. So I just thought I'd let you know that I'm trying to make it easier. Also means that I can buy planner stuff in the US, for example, and not have to pay international shipping. I can get the free shipping in the US. So what they do is everything goes there, and then they'll let me know how much it's going to cost to ship. It might be $30. It's not on the About tab yet, Marmaduke, but at the moment that is sitting underneath the video. The PO box, I think, is in the About tab, but I'll make sure that it's in there. And I just thought that would be easier if you needed to send something for Harrison, because I know he'd be excited. And yeah, under the video. So so that way they will contact me, tell me how much it is to ship. So if it costs me $60 to ship, but I've got 4 parcels from the US, for example, that saved me $30, because usually anything from the US costs me about $30. So, you know, if you think about it, if I was getting 4 parcels from the US, I'm actually saving. So anyway, I'm going to try it, see how it goes. But that's how you can send something. I just thought I'd let you know. Yeah, so it's under the video, but I'll put it in the About tab so it doesn't get lost. But thank you for joining me. So it was a KJ night. We'll see what happens tomorrow. You love you some Harrison, yeah. Oh, of course you can send me a present too, but yes, you're more than welcome to send. What I'll do is I'll put that here. Hold on. So here it is. I'll just put it here. Oh, it's just done the whole thing. It just copied the whole thing. I didn't want the whole thing to go. all I wanted was the address. All I did was highlight the address. Sorry, I've just spammed everything. Sorry, I've just spammed you all. It's a wonder Ralph hasn't kicked me out, because there is a spam. There is a spam thing on it that if you type too much, he goes berserk. I'll do this one more time. So this is the address. Yeah, here we go. That's the address that you can send to, as I said. No, Ralph hasn't banned you short order. No. No, I thought I got banned. All right, so I'll catch it all tomorrow. Yes, because I don't have choir because we're locked down. So I'll be on tomorrow, and we'll see what's going on. I probably will have another demo video to drop sometime tomorrow as well, because I've got to work on some music tomorrow. So, all right, thank you all for joining me, and I will catch you soon.